Hi fam! Welcome to my channel. If this is the first time you're stopping by, my name is Alicia and it's really nice to meet you. For all my returning fam, I miss you guys all so much. I hope everybody's doing well. What's today's date? Today is Wednesday, November 26th, so it's a day before Thanksgiving. Bear with me. It's been fast moving energy. So I just wanted to do an energy check-in. So I'm going to be doing a collective reading for you guys, and that would be for all astrology signs. So please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Getting ready to go out and celebrate my daughter-in-law a little bit early. Her birthday is tomorrow. So since I won't be with her, want to get together with her and kind of celebrate her a little bit. And I get to see my grandbabies, so I'm really excited about that. So yeah, let me know what you guys are all doing for Thanksgiving. I'm getting away with cooking this year. I don't have to cook. So I've been really, really lucky over the last few years. Well, we've been kind of doing this tradition where we pick a house and then everybody brings a certain sides, more than one. And it's kind of put an ease on everybody cooking everything. But lately we've been just getting together at my grandmother's place where she lives. She has a beautiful country club. And so, yeah, they offer everything. I mean, like, we just go out to eat there quite often. So they have amazing food. So we're going to go there for Thanksgiving. And it's really nice because we can dress up and just be present with each other and enjoy each other's company, which it's so beautiful to get all the generations together at the same time. We've got like 4 generations of people in a room all at the same time. And it's just like a beautiful experience. So let me know what your family traditions are. My kids are older now, so they kind of have, well, I'm lucky because my daughter just moved back home, so she's going to be with us. But they have their own lives, they have their own families, so they're kind of being thrown around everywhere, and expected to do what this family wants to do and what this family wants to do. And I've always told my kids, you do exactly what you want to do. And if we can get together at all during the day on Thanksgiving, I will be grateful. I'm going to put together a little dinner at the end. Well, I have put together a dinner for the end of this week, this weekend. I'm going to get my family together. So my kids, my mom, my dad. I invited my ex-husband. He has to work. So, but we always operate. We've always done that. At the respect of our significant others. If our significant others is not in alignment with that, that's totally fine. And we, just move accordingly. But we always try to make the kids feel, at the center of it being important for them to feel most comfortable in the situation of, having to be raised in 2 different homes. And so we try for certain holidays and definitely for birthdays, to all get together to celebrate them. But it doesn't always work out that way. But anyways, I'm going to be putting that on. And it's just a way for me to get together with my family since we all have different things that we're doing for Thanksgiving. So that way we at least get together one day in the month of November where we can all be together. But yeah, tell me what your guys' family traditions are. I'd be interested in knowing. Please do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button. Just go ding. And then, where it says subscribe, you just push it. You just hit that. And then hit all notifications. That way you're notified for anything that I post, because you just never know when there's some hidden gems in there that are being channeled from the higher self of you, your guides, and they're being brought to your awareness. So that's why I'm here, to help you elevate your consciousness. So let's go, Spirit. What do we got for these lovely people? The Sun. This is major. This is a major energy coming in as your first card, collective. The Sun. Da, 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 da. Here comes the sun. All right, so the sun does represent babies. My guys are saying, here you go, Alicia, here's your platform. So I got the download today of somebody is getting ready to have a baby or to find out that they are going to have a baby. I've been seeing it in I do get premonitions of energy that hasn't come yet, that is going to come. So I have been getting that a lot lately, a lot of downloads. And then today, we didn't have a provider, so somebody knocked on the door pretty aggressively, and we were expecting a patient to come pick up a sample. So I was like thinking it was that patient. Went out our side door. I look, and it is a woman not standing in front of our door, but standing in front of the elevator, and she is majorly pregnant with her significant other. And I was like, wow, somebody really is gonna have a baby. So if you don't want to have a baby, let this be a warning to protect yourself. Anyways, I do feel like you are just really at peace, collective, with the Sun card. I feel like this is just like a very, I don't know if you notice the imagery on this tarot card. See this little imagery right here of somebody in the yoga position, which if I was very knowledgeable in yoga, which I would like to be, honestly, there's things that I've just wanted to always do that I just keep procrastinating on, that I just don't do. But I really am feeling guided to learn the art of yoga. I think it would just be so good for me in so many aspects of my life, just to really help you center your mind, your body, and your soul. I just think that, I'm feeling the chakra system. The sun does represent the chakra of the solar chakra, guys. We just had some solar flares, didn't we, right now? Have you guys been going through some stuff this past weekend? Just feeling heavy, emotional, your body feeling just heavy. And I feel like there is a reason for that. I feel like the solar flares, the aurora lights, the fact that we have 5 planets in retrograde is really a reason for, how we've been feeling on the inside. And if you're highly a sensitive being, if you're a starseed, if you're a healer, if you're a light worker, like, we could be going through some ascension symptoms, collective. And I think with seeing this card being the first card out, you're out of that. You've shifted into a new timeline. So an old self has literally, I don't want to say die, but you've transformed out of that old self and you're into a new self. Even your DNA has been upgraded, guys. So your DNA, your 12 DNA strands have upgraded here, and you're feeling it. I feel with the Sun card being out, though, in the sign of Leo, you're definitely feeling better. And I know that that is something that I would agree with as well. It's been feeling a lot lighter. I've been feeling just really happy, where I was not too happy a few days ago. Like, I'm not saying that like happy, like really unhappy. It's just like I was feeling very, very heavy, feeling very emotional, purging a lot, just crying. Not because something happened to me. I just felt sad. Yeah, here you are in this piece, in this evolution of your soul. You've reached this, right? But how did you get to that? Dark night of the moon, dark night of the soul, walking away from what no longer serves you. 8 of emotions. This is Scorpio energy. And with the 6 of emotions, you're coming into union, collective, with yourself or with somebody else. 6 of emotions is Scorpio energy, so back-to-back Scorpio energy, and we are in the new moon of Scorpio. We were in the new moon of Scorpio. We just went through that. So I believe it was on the 20th of November. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong about that. I know we're in Sagittarius season now, but you could have some things resurfacing, somebody returning from your past, or somebody you've never met from your past, but it's somebody from a past life. This is somebody that you're going to recognize, collective. There could be a baby coming. I mean, I'm seeing this, this child here within the drum. Somebody might like drums, by the way. That might be really relevant to somebody's story. It's kind of crazy because I saw a commercial. I think I was on YouTube. I just go down the rabbit hole a lot of, not readings per se. I try not to watch a lot of those, but I'm just constantly, my mind is constantly on. Yeah, I try to, walk away from technology sometimes and just, ground myself, go out into the elements, like outside, be with the trees, the wind, the birds, the grass. Like, I wish I lived in a really nice place where you can go take a hike somewhere. Like, I don't, so. But when I go and visit places like that, that's what I like to do. And just try to get away from like technology, you know what I mean? Because like sometimes I just feel like I constantly have to like feed my mind with something in front of my eyes, and I just think it's important to like be present within yourself and kind of quiet your mind. But yeah, anyways, I'm always on YouTube, and I saw this it's something you can buy. They're drumsticks, and they're like connected to a Bluetooth or whatever device with the feet. So, but there's no drum that you're hitting. You're drumming in the air. You know how people who like to drum, they always have like a pair of drumsticks, and they bring them everywhere with them. And this is all coming off this card, guys. And they're just like people who like to play drums are constantly like, you're always seeing them like with anything, even if they don't have drumsticks, they have like a fork and a knife, and you just see them like, because they're highly like their mind is constantly on. It's kind of like people that have ADD or ADHD and they have the spinners, you know what I mean? Like, because if they're doing that, what is that doing? That's quieting here. It's like, and I really do believe it's because these people are so highly advanced on another dimension that being in this 3D world is just confusing to them because their mind is not there. It's highly evolved. So this person, collective, could like to play drums. This is somebody who feels that you make them feel like a kid again, and it's a beautiful thing. You also feel very childlike with them, and the reason why I'm feeling that with the Six of Cups is because the imagery. I mean, look at this woman with her drum, and then in the drum you've got the child who's got the la 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 la, what is that instrument called? Help me out, guys. Mercury retrograde is so much fun right now. I feel like I feel like I can't even articulate what I want to say. All right, Spirit, what else do you have for the collective? We got a lot of emotions, and we got fire with Sun right out the gate. We got 8 of emotions, 6 of emotions. A lot of in your feels, I feel like. Yeah. This person coming towards you, with that 6 of Cups energy, somebody from your past, somebody, that knows you. We got Leo energy, so this is somebody that might definitely be in the placement of their sun sign being Leo, since the first card is the sun card, or they just might have Leo in their big 4s or anywhere in their birth chart, really. But this somebody has really gained the strength here. Another major arcana, so now we have 2. To come forward. It takes a lot of strength to express your emotions, collective. For somebody like me, I'm a water sign, so it's not difficult for me to articulate how I feel or to express my emotions to somebody. However, it is very difficult for me to be vulnerable with people. There's a difference, guys. I feel like this person also has a hard time being vulnerable, and they were really taught you know, to really show your emotions, to express your emotions, to let your emotions rule you, made you weak. That's how they were taught as a child. Remember, this is all emotions I'm feeling and channeling, guys. But now this person realizes that there's a strength in being vulnerable and expressing how you feel and keeping an open heart. There is a strength there, that it's not weak, that it actually means you're very strong if you're able to do that. And you know how they were able to see that, collective? Through you. Through watching you. You inspired that in them. I just heard, going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. The moon. That's what's hidden. That's what's been hidden, is their deep emotions for you. And, you know, walking away from what no longer serves them, which is keeping their emotions in. With this moon card, which is Cancer energy, we have 3 major arcanas out now. 88 is on my table, so that is an angel number. Please look it up. This person is really, with the 8 of materials, which is the 8 of pentacles, which is the sign of Virgo, they've worked really hard on walking away from what no longer serves them. Which is all these options. Like, they've had a lot of options, a lot of illusions, a lot of confusion, you know? A lot hidden with the moon card when it comes to their emotions. They were taught to hide their emotions. And look at the duality. My guy just said, Alicia, did you make the correlation yet? I'm going to now, Spirit. Look here. We've got masculine energy, guys. I'm not talking about a gender. We've got the masculine energy, which is sun energy. And then we have the feminine energy, which is moon, which is emotions. We have duality here between the two. We have balance. That's why we have this reunion of our emotions, of our feelings stepping forward here on the table, because it's here with the sun and the moon. We have balance. We have complete balance. 8 of materials. A lot of work has been done here. Never ends. The 8. Never ends. Emotions. The moon. What's hidden? This person coming back from the past loves you, collective. Loves you. And I'm hearing they hope that you give them another chance. Only you know that, collective. Can people change? Yes, they can. But usually something in the past is meant to stay in the past. Not always. Only you can decide that. I can't decide that for you, collective, because I don't know your story. Okay, but we have the Muse of Emotions. That's a new beginning in love. We've got a lot of emotions on this table. We have strength. We have hard work and endurance on this table. All positive things. OCD, so I need like one more card to make this balance on my table, because this don't look balanced. Spirit, just one more card. Yeah, this person or you, take it as the energy is fitting, okay? This person has really needed a lot of strength to come out of spilled milk. All the things that didn't work out. This person was stuck in a lot of regret and resentment. It was a block, the five of cups. This is Scorpio. So we have 3 cards on the table that are Scorpio. We have 2 cards that are Leo. We have 1 that is Cancer, and we have 1 that's Virgo. So those are the astrology signs that I'm seeing so far, guys. Yeah, 3 of emotions. There's going to be going out with like other friends. Other people are going to be there with the 3 of emotions. It's going to be getting together like a celebration. Look how beautiful this card is, guys. Still haven't seen this card yet. You see it? The light from my ring light sometimes puts a glare on the tarot card. Okay, Spirit. Tell me about the 8 of emotions. I'll go back to the Sun, but let's go to the 8 of emotions. What is the walking away here? What is the walking away? Okay. So when I see the 8 of Pentacles with the 8 of emotions, this is somebody who had an obsession to work, material, the 3D. That's a childhood wound, okay? Something happened in their childhood that made them feel lack. So they feel like they have to overwork to be happy. They're going to be overworking for a long time because if they don't find that happiness within themselves, which takes inner work, not material work, inner work, they're never going to be balanced. What else did they walk away from? Virgo out twice. They're walking away from moving like a snail with the Knight of Pentacles. It's a stable offer here, but they're walking away from moving very slow with the Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race, though. Pentacles all has to do with money. And they're walking away from being indecisive with the 2 of Swords. They were at a crossroads and they're deciding to walk away from, okay, I might not know. I might not know everything, but I'm going to walk forward. I'm going to make a move. I'm not going to stay indecisive anymore. I need to walk forward. I need to move forward. Yes, you do. You made the right choice. The Sun card, what is this? I was feeling baby. There is a Leo that has their eye on you, collective, with the Page of Swords. There's somebody watching you. I'm watching you. This person, this person watches you because you bring such joy and happiness. Like they get so much joy and happiness from watching you, collective. This is your soulmate. This is somebody who fills your cup and you fill theirs. This is soulmate energy. What else about the Sun card? They see you as everything, like their future. They look out in their future and they see you. 3 of Wands. What about the Strength card? Yeah, Strength is here because balance is being restored by the divine. This is a connection where you guys are truly protected by a lot of angels because your union, your coming together is divinely written. So there is strength on both sides, because as you can see, this angel has her foot in the water and on the earth, and she is balancing out the two. This is Sagittarius energy, and this is also another major arcana energy coming in. Six of emotions, please. I just want to kind of gauge. Yeah, there's somebody from the past has really been in a stuck energy with a hangman. That's another major arcana, and that's Pisces energy. They've been gaining enlightenment through this situation. Something that's unforeseen with this is the Five of Swords. There's been, I always hear the battle is won with the Five of Swords, because it really is. It's a battle of mind. It's being trapped up in your mind, and I feel like this person is coming back from that. The battle's been won. Six of Cups. One more. They feel like there's just been a lot planted with you, collective. They don't want to plant. I'm sorry. I can hear this person. I don't want to plant seeds with anybody else. You're the garden that I want to grow in. That's what I heard. The moon. Hi, collective. I'm sending you guys so much love. I don't know what you're going through, but I can feel you sometimes. So I hope you guys are hanging in there, and just know that I'm coming on because I felt like I wanted to connect with my family, with my soul tribe, because I know this journey can be difficult, and at times it can feel very lonely. And I just want you to know during the holidays that you're not alone, that your soul tribe is out there, and that it's doing this with you. And just to keep your head up and keep going, okay? Just try to stay aligned, whatever that means. What is hidden, collective? Your complete happiness with the Ten of Emotions. This is Ten of Cups. This is Pisces energy. This is having it all. It's having a love relationship that makes you happy, a family, a home, animals, abundance. This is just having it all. That's what's hidden. Eight of Materials. Yeah, this person has done a lot of work because they had to do the inner work, because they had a million swords stuck in their back by a lot of different people. Like this many people just hurting them. Do you want to give anything else for the Eight of Materials? Yeah, they worked really hard coming back from nothing. Whoa. Energy off of these cards. This person was stripped. They worked so hard to obtain a certain life for themselves, and then they had it taken away or halted, or it's like they have to rebuild from nothing. And it really was damaging to this person, because this was somebody who was like a workaholic. Like their career was everything. They put everything into their career, not into emotions or connections with people, with their career. Yeah. They lost 10 of Pentacles. They lost a lot of money, a lot of things, but they had to go through that lesson. Unfortunately, sometimes, you know, we get a lot of tower moments, and I know that this person, if they're not going through a tower moment right now, they've been through a tower moment recently. Because as I was shuffling, I was getting really frustrated, which means I was picking up the energy of this person. And it was this deck in particular, by the way, and I was on my last. They're like, okay, one more shuffle, and I went to go like this, and half of the deck flew on the floor. A tower moment. And I could feel the person's frustration because I was frustrated. I don't get frustrated over things like that. Muse of emotions. What's unforeseen? Moving forward. This person's moving forward. They're walking away from this way of being that wasn't healthy for them. Overworking, moving really slow, and being indecisive. They're moving away from that collective, okay? Just know, because that energy is on my table. They are moving away. They might be moving, period. That's why they're having a new start with this, you know, in love, is because they're moving to where you're at. Because they're freaking, sorry, I'm trying not to curse. They're bored, collective. Four of Cups. This, he's like, yeah, I see that person. Yeah, I see that person. No. And the universe is like, yo, I have your person. Like right here. You see this cup? He can't even look at the cup because he's just like really? I don't want to right now. Like, look at all this crap. I just don't need to be with anybody right now because, like, look at all this stuff that's happened to me. And the divine was like, you might want this cup. Like, you want what's in this cup. You might not want to turn that away. Can you see it? Okay, there we go. This person can be very stubborn and a little prideful. I need another card for this energy that I'm reading. Yeah, I said this person can be stubborn and prideful. That's Queen of Swords. That's air energy. So you're talking about Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This person's stubborn. A little bit like kind of, they're not a cold person. They're not cold. They're just like, people can perceive them as being that way because they don't lead with their emotions. And so now they're being cracked open. I feel like they're having a tower moment. If they haven't had one already, they're having this tower moment because their heart chakra was the last thing to activate, was being open in their heart. Because this has been closed off for a long time. That's what got them all this money. I just got a notification, so I'm right on that. It got them this money because they thought, oh, I can manifest if I keep everything. Like, I'm going to control everything. I'm going to control my emotions. I'm going to control what happens. And I can do that. I right now, sorry, I have a 50 Shades of Grey coming up in my mind's eye. I do channel that movie a lot. But I remember a scene in that movie where Christian Grey was like, I exercise control in all things comes to mind. That's how this person is. Or was. I feel like they're surrendering that because they realize they didn't want to surrender a way of being, right? Overworking, putting all their time into work, not really allowing love to take, front seat in their life. And in doing so, it had to be ripped away because they were getting tower moment after tower moment in situations with connections, and they just weren't waking up. They were very Queen of Swords. They were just very like stubborn about that. And they're like, nope, I'm going to control this. You know what I mean? And then the only way that they can learn a lesson that they were not learning was to have this taken away. That's what happened. They got stripped of everything. And now they have to build it back up again. And that's what they had to gain strength in because they were in that energy of regret and resentment because they know, collective, they know what they did. They know that they hurt you. Five of emotions. Yeah. This person's ready. They've learned that they're ready to give reciprocal energy to you, collective, with the Six of Pentacles here. They're ready for this new beginning in love, with the Ace of Cups coming out twice now on my table, twice. And on the bottom of the deck, Magician. So that is Gemini energy. That's Libra. Like, they are manifesting you. One more card. A lot of unforeseen energy coming forward. They have a lot right now that's being juggled with the Two of Pentacles. Can you clarify this Two of Pentacles? I just heard my guides say that they're done with that energy of juggling. They're single. You're single. Nine of Pentacles. What's the Two of Pentacles? Yeah. Oh my God. Having a whole conversation come through right now. Okay, because me and my coworkers, we had a little Friendsgiving at work today. Mama cooked her Italian pasta salad that everybody wants me to cook every year. I brought that in today. But anyways, this person is connected to you, collective. He's a King of Pentacles. He's a provider. Okay, he's stable. He's a real divine masculine. Okay, he's one that makes you feel at peace. This is Taurus energy. They feel good with taking care of the feminine. Okay, that's what makes them feel grounded in life, is to take care of their feminine. And they see you out there living life single. Okay, and they see you in this. They don't just see you, they feel you. They feel you in this Two of Pentacles, which is a lot. There's a lot of stuff going on. And it's because you're doing it by yourself with this Nine of Pentacles. And they want to change that. They want to change that. They want to make you feel like you don't have to be in that energy. And they're ready to take a leap of faith with the Fool card. All right, we're going to get some channeled messages because I got to get going. Spirit, what messages do you have that are connected to this channeled reading for my collective? For them, help bring them peace, clarity, insight, connection. Meeting you was the best thing that ever happened to me. Meeting you was the best thing that ever happened to me. If you were questioning anything within yourself, let this be a reminder, collective. Because on this journey, we feel nuts. We feel crazy. We're like, wow, I just had this unbelievable experience with somebody where I literally feel so connected to them. And I feel like I can be my 100% authentic self with them. And then it just blows up and you're just like, no, like if you were wondering, they feel it. It's not an illusion. It really did happen, collective. You're not going crazy. What else? They have never felt this way before. You're the first. They check up on you through social media. The Five of Cups represents regret. I have regrets. I love to flirt with you. It's you I've been looking for my whole life. I lied out of fear of rejection. I want to help you. See? I don't need the cards. I can already feel the energy. When I saw this King of Pentacles after this Nine of Pentacles, excuse me, and after this Two of Pentacles, I was like, huh? Here we have reciprocal energy coming in, a new start in love, and then we have the Two of Pentacles. We're juggling. Why are we juggling this? And then they were like the Nine of Pentacles, and I was like, no, I'm not reading this energy right. And then I realized this king here, he wants to help you, collective, because it makes him feel whole. The masculine's job is to protect and to provide. They want to do that. The feminine's job is to be open and receptive. She's working in the spiritual realm. He's working in the 3D realm. I'm not saying that masculines can't work in the spiritual realm. I'm just saying when they come into union with their feminine, the feminine operates from the spiritual realm. The masculine is given the strength to keep growing the abundance in the physical world. They work together as a union. He wants to help you, collective. Are you going to allow him? I know we belong together is at the end of the deck. Well, I love you guys all so much. Take a sip of my water. I'm sending you guys so much love, so much light. Thank you for allowing me to come on and tap into your energy today. I just pray that you stay kind and you stay aligned, guys. And until we meet again,